Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. Today we're going to look at the different variations of triggers within the HK handguns. Primarily the P2000 and the P30 models. If you have an HK USP, I've got a link in the description below. Go ahead and click on that and that will take you right to the HK website where you'll see all the trigger variations there. They are different than the P2000 and the P30s. And of course, the VP9 is a striker fired gun. That is not going to apply here. But we've heard the different variants. Variants 1, 2, and 3 are the ones we're going to primarily concentrate on because those are the three variants that pretty much dominate the American market. It goes all the way up to 8 or 9 different variants, but at your local gun store, it'll probably be variants 1, 2, or 3. So here I've got a variant 1. This is an HK P30 SK. It is an LEM model. Variants 1 and 2 are LEM model, and what that means is LEM stands for Law Enforcement Modification. It's a double action trigger, obviously a hammer fired trigger. It is extremely light. Now the V1 model, the variant 1, has a lighter trigger pull, so it's right there, very light, and then the reset is short right there. When the slide cycles and you do go back to a full position, this trigger travel right here is extremely light, and then the pull right there, right between 5 and 5.5 pounds. Now if you go to the HK website, it's going to call this CDA, which stands for Combat Defense Action. That's what they call the variant 1 Combat Defense Action, but we know it's a variant 1 LEM, Law Enforcement Modification. The variant 2 is the exact same trigger. The only difference is that the trigger pull itself is just a little bit heavier. So instead of between 5 and 5.5 pounds, you're looking at probably 7 to 7.5 pounds. So it's not a great difference at all, but it is enough to call it a variant 2. It's a LEM, and I've got an example of that with this P2000 SK. Take a look. And it is a double action only, obviously a hammer fired gun, but look at how light that is. It is just a very light and smooth pull. Hit the wall there, and then the break is nice and crisp. After the gun cycles, reset is right there. So it's a great setup. You know, the one thing I appreciate with HKs is the quick trigger action, and this LEM model is no different. It kind of gives a single action feel to it because it is so light, but it's all double action. So variants 1 and 2 have the exact same trigger pull, same trigger travel, the same double action. The only difference is the V1 is a little bit lighter than the V2. And honestly, you probably wouldn't even know the difference unless you were checking them out side by side. Next we have a P30 here. This is a variant 3, and that is a double action, single action handgun, and this is very common in the American market. So your double action pull is fairly heavy. You know, that was a heavy pull. Same trigger travel, but then your reset is right there, approximately the same reset as well, but now you're looking at about a 4-pound trigger pull in single action. One of the things that will set this off is that it does have a decocker right there, right on the back of the slide, and I actually like that decocker. I think that's positioned well. You can just sweep your thumb over it and that will decock the gun. But once again, this is a variant 3, very popular on the American market. Double action, cycles, single action right there for your follow-up shots and double taps. So there it is, guys. Variants 1, 2, and 3 explained with the P30s and the P2000 SK. I hope that clears things up for you. I know when I first started checking out HK handguns, this was fairly confusing, and I just want to clear it up a little bit and hopefully help somebody out. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.